All right, the big game is over, but people are still talking about the commercials. For the 30th year, USA Today's ad meter ranks the top ads. So which were a big win and which flopped? Well, joining us is with those results is the national business correspondent for USA Today, Charisse Jones. Good morning, Charisse.
Good morning.
Okay, which commercial won this year's ad meter competition and which one was the biggest flop?
Amazon's Alexa won this year, and how could it not? I mean, it really taps into the cultural moment. I mean, let's face it, a lot of us couldn't tie our shoes without finding out how to do it from Alexa. So the idea of her going hoarse or losing her voice really terrifies us. And then it had this great celebrity cast, you know, all of these wonderful cameos, Rebel Wilson, Anthony Hopkins, and the it girl of the moment, Cardi B, who was so funny. So it really tapped into our dependence on technology, and it had all of these great celebrities, and that made for a winning ad. And then Diet Coke was our big flop. It came in last in ad meter. And I just think it was a little bit too obscure, a little awkward. People couldn't quite figure out what the message was.
So how do this year's ads compare to ads of years past?
You know, I mean, I think it was kind of in the middle of the pack in terms of creativity. I think that one thing that was different is that they were really trying to emphasize, you know, where they stand on issues, a lot of these companies. They didn't want to get too political like last year with 84 Lumber, which kind of talked about the border wall, but they did want to talk about different causes. So Budweiser talked about its plant in Georgia that sends out water to victims of natural disasters. You had Hyundai that talked about its pediatric cancer charity. Toyota talked about mobility issues and people coming together of different faiths. So they really wanted to kind of wear their heart on their sleeve.
All right, and what's the formula for a winning Super Bowl ad?
Well, normally a winning ad has animals in it, and we didn't see many animals this year, which was really interesting. A lot of them are very funny because you're sitting around with your friends and family. It's the Super Bowl. You want to laugh. They often have celebrities because they bring the star power, and great music, you know, really helps. I mean, it just ties it all together. Some iconic rock classic or R&B standard just makes everybody feel good and sing along.
Now tell us about ad meter and how it works.
So basically, people start voting the Wednesday before the Super Bowl, and they can keep voting. They must vote on every ad until 1 a.m. on Monday morning. And then we take what their rankings are, we add it all together, we divide it by the number of people who voted, and then we come up with the average. And the commercial with the highest average is the one that wins.
Okay, and where can our viewers see this year's ads?
Yeah, you can go to usatoday.com and just click through them. You can't vote anymore, but you can still weigh in with your friends and family on what you liked the best and, you know, what you didn't like so much.
All right, thank you so much for joining us today. Hey, check us out online for more, fox4morningblend.com.